you doing, everybody? This is Sleep, member of Memes and Dreams and Quantum of Robocraft, and we're back here in Killing Floor 2. This is going to be an update. It will be an upload. It's going to be an update to that tier list video I made a month ago, which has gotten a lot more views than it originally did. If you haven't seen it, somehow when you found me again, there will be a card above my face taking you to that video. And that was an overview as well. We're going to update it. We're going to go over some high-level combo plays with it. And then I will make an actual tier list at the end. There'll be a timestamp in the description taking you to that tier list if you don't want to hear the high-level combos that I know of. And you can just enjoy that part. I don't know all the high-level combos, right? I don't play every perk at the highest level. Inconceivable, I know. I only play a couple very well. Berserker, I do think, is one of those. So the only really high-level combos with Berserker are parry combos, where you get a parry once every 10 seconds, and your damage is nutty banana sauce. Yeah, that's it. Basically, you'd switch these two for the first part of the game. Once you hit, I'm talking long games when I give wave numbers. That might confuse some people. Long games, so 10 wave games. When you hit like wave 4, you probably switch this to Smash, so you can deal with the Scrakes that are going to start coming out more effectively, and then the Flesh Pounds. But Massacre is very good early on. And parry, you could keep all the way up to boss wave if you just get one parry every 10 seconds. It's nuts. The way I would play Berserker, I'm also going to give a little bit of gameplay, is if you're alone, you do need range. I do recommend picking up the Eviscerator. The Eviscerator Katana combo that I ran with is still good. It's not great anymore, but it is still good. You could also do an Eviscerator Pulverizer if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but you could. You just wouldn't be able to upgrade anything. And in that situation, you just rush the Eviscerator. But that's Berserker. Again, parry's really the only high-level combo that's built into the perk itself. Commando. So Commando's most important thing that it offers, it really only offers two things, aside from like decent trash clearing. And that's Z time extensions, and that is calling out cloaked Zeds. So the dead time extensions, I mentioned this before, but it combos ridiculously well with Sharpshooter if you have a Sharpshooter on your team. And you can keep Z times going forever. Not really. You get 5 extensions. I think I said 6 in the first video. I'm pretty sure it caps at 5. But you get 5 extensions if you get 5 kills in Z time. You want to space them out so you don't get them all right back to back to back. But Commando is very important late game for just synergy with other perks, because if you get a Z time due to a Sharpshooter right as big Zeds are coming at you, a Sharpshooter and a Gunslinger, you can see I recently Prestige Gunslinger, we're working it up now, but a Sharpshooter and a Gunslinger will have ample time in that Z time, provided you get just 1 or 2 extensions to deal with a Flesh Pound, to deal with a Scrake, maybe 2, maybe 3, if all goes really, really well. But Commandos are very good. I already mentioned that I usually start with Fallback, and then I switch over to impact rounds, and that's basically the only real heavy combo that I like with Commando. A lot of people don't change their perk choices mid-game. I do, on certain perks. Support does not have combos other than with Demo and Explosive Doors you can repeat that I know of. Support's a pretty self-explanatory class. You're just an ammo backpack, and you can cleave through a mob with an AA-12. Nothing has really opened my eyes. I've not seen any support do something insane. Field Medic. Field Medic I have another newfound appreciation for. I started using the grenade rifle on it, and I love the thing. Having 15 medic grenades is actually nuts. Very, very fun, very easy. I recently did an endless game. I'm sad I didn't record it, but it was an endless on Suicidal, where you got to round 25, where I was just playing as medic, and I had my friend playing as gunslinger, a level 9 gunslinger when the game started. It went very, very well. We got all the way to 25, and then we gave up because we were just trying to get to 25. But that happened. It was a good thing. I did, for that specific run, I did run Combatant Doctor because I wanted to be able to actually run away in case stuff happened. Again, full left side's full team, right side is just you. I really do like Symbiotic Health over Resilience. Some people will tell you Resilience is better high level. It is. If you can just hover around 50 HP. It's really tough to hover around 50 HP. It really is. But if you can stick around the 50 to 60 HP range, nothing will really be able to one-shot you. And you're a medic, so you can run away and heal yourself pretty quickly. Other than that, I would not recommend changing anything from this. If you're playing alone, obviously you don't need all this stuff. Shooting a teammate, don't need all of it. Alright, Demolitionist. I don't think there is a combo for Demolitionist, aside from just stacking critical shot bonuses and explosive bonuses. There's no real high level combo for it. RPG headshots are the way to go to take out really, really big stuff. Other than that, there's nothing really to demo. It's a bad perk. It's not bad. It's not good enough to be on a team, in my opinion. You can run it if your demo's really good. I don't trust them. Firebug. This is where I got a lot of flack, because I said Firebug's really, really good, and I really like it on my team if it's smart. Firebugs are not useless anymore, man. Okay? They're not. Like, you can run a flamethrower and a Helios rifle at the same time. You can. There is, of course, a Spitfire build. And if you do the Spitfire build, you would still have Bring the Heat. You'd go over to Barbecue. You'd probably get Zed Shrapnel. You don't really care about Napalm at that point. And you do Heat Wave. And obviously Pyromaniac is insane with Spitfires, because you have infinite ammo. Infinite ammo. And if you have a commando who keeps it going, you can dish out a literal shit ton of damage as a Spitfire Firebug. You can do that. The Helios rifle, again, lets you actually have range. I do enjoy playing Firebug. It is one of the most annoying perks ever to level up. But once you get to about level 15, it becomes easier. Level 20, you're very, very good at your job. 25, as long as you're not retarded, your team should be happy to have you. If you are dumb, your team will not be happy to have you. So again, I like the ground fire variant of Firebug. That's the trash mop. It saves so much money. But you can run a much more offensive and medium to high health Zed killing build with the Helios rifle and dual Spitfires. Gunslinger. There are combos to Gunslinger. So I do recommend Rack 'em Up, also known as REM. But yes, I do like Rack 'em Up. It is a very good perk. Quick Draw is also extremely good. I prefer Steady, but that's because I'm bad at aiming. So if you run Quick Draw, you can keep REM going for very, very long, because you just switch to weapons instead of reloading almost. Now, Line 'em Up and Speed Loader. Okay? There's penetration is such a weird stat in this game. You're hardly ever going to want that, and reloading faster is just better. Skullcracker. Come on, dude. It's Skullcracker. Is good. So you can either do more damage to help kill them by shooting at their face, which also gives you Rack 'em Up stacks, or you can shoot them in their legs and just slow them. But this also slows them. But this could knock them down. But you're already fast because you're Gunslinger. Makes no sense to me. Now, I do like Whirlwind of Lead. Again, infinite ammo and Zed time perks I will generally prefer, because then you just spam left click or hold down left click and stuff dies. Fan Fire, you'll just burn through all your ammo. So, Whirlwind of Lead for me. And again, I did have to explain this in that reply to that very long comment. I value Gunslinger more than Sharpshooter because I value movement speed. Movement speed leads to greater survivability overall, and I think makes the perk itself much better. Like, much better. It's, as the guy said, it's a Sharpshooter that's more forgiving. It is. Gunslinger, you have a lot more wiggle room because you can run away and live. Sharpshooter's not as forgiving. Nowhere close. And you have to take a perk to sacrifice damage to be able to run away. And that does not sit well with a lot of people. Granted, all these movement speed things can be overridden by the medic if the medic has adrenaline shot. That is a thing. You don't have to worry about it if your medic is phenomenal. If you have a godly medic like that, then you can play every perk in the game and probably win. Because I've never seen a medic be able to keep everybody topped off and keep everybody speed boosted. You just don't have enough darts. But if they can, more power to them. More power to them, dude. Sharpshooter. So this was the whole cause of the video. So Gunslinger, obviously, you would have quick draw. You would spam headshots whenever you ran out of ammo instead of immediately reloading. If you're fighting something big, you just switch to a different pair of pistols and keep going. You keep your REM stacks and you just keep rolling, dishing out a ton of damage. So Sharpshooter, the big thing that pissed him off was that I said that REM was bad for railgun and AMR builds. Let me explain my rationale for that, and then I'll explain what he said in response, and I'll agree with him. But I'll also say I never saw anyone do it. So, I said Rack 'em Up is not as good as TAC Reload because most people will not do what he described. Because Rack 'em Up, whenever you have guns that shoot one bullet mags, right? You have to reload after every shot, which you do with the railgun and the AMR. Reloading faster is generally better, in my experience, than having a round loaded and doing what he said, which is you switch to a 9mm. Because remember, a 9mm, the pistol that you have, the starting pistol, is both a gunslinger and a sharpshooter weapon. So it will count for Rack 'em Up headshots. So you can get this all the way up to your 5 bonus, switch to an AMR or a railgun, and dome somebody with the full 50% bonus. And if you have sniper instability, that also counts. You can. Absolutely, you can do that. And if you do that, more power to you. That's the highest level combo in revolving around this perk. Like, it just is. But I'm going to tell you, I have never seen a sharpshooter do it. And if I have, they've died. I have never seen a sharpshooter whip out a 9mm, lay into a Scraker Flesh Pound's head, switch to an AMR or a railgun, dome it, and nothing bad happen. I've never had it happen to me. Most of the time it's because the rest of the team pissed it off before they got all their 5 headshots, or it's because Rack 'em Up wore off before they could actually line up a headshot on it with either the AMR or the railgun. But you can do that, and Rack 'em Up will become phenomenal on your build. Again, Rack 'em Up is really good on an EBR build as well. I agreed with them on that. The EBR, the M14, is phenomenal. It's probably my favorite sharpshooter gun in the game. You upgrade it twice, the thing dishes out a metric ton of damage. Combine it with Always Prepared, you can go Deadeye. I like having the extra freeze nade. That's my personal preference. But if you want to go for full-on damage and tank busting, left side is your place, dude. It is absolutely phenomenal if you are going to hold a point and just lay into things. But I prefer the extra grenade and the extra ammo, especially because freeze grenades, the sharpshooter grenade is the best grenade in the game. And then your Z time perks, 5% chance on every headshot, combos with commando extremely well. Yeah, there's just some really good synergy between perks. But, again, 9mm is both a gunslinger and a sharpshooter weapon. It will pop both of your Rack 'em Up skills. So if you want to do that and carry an AMR or railgun to get the most out of the perk and deal the most damage possible, sharpshooter is it. In a single shot, sharpshooter is that perk. SWAT, no. Survivalist, no. Pardon that. But, as you can see, I have not played either of these perks since I discussed them last, because they disgust me. Now, I'm done with the in-game stuff. We're going to move on to the new tier list. And through the power and magic of video editing, I'll meet you there. Whoop! Woo! And we're here. Alright. Hi, welcome to the tier list. Right now, everything is in E tier. All the perks. We're going to rank them. This time I'm going to put them on a tier list. I guess numerically, people don't agree with me. Maybe if I lay it out, people will. So, we're going to start going left to right here. I do think Berserker is S tier. One of the best, right? S tier, best of the best. A tier is very good. B is okay. C is bad. I'm not going to use the rest of these. Okay? Well, I shouldn't say that. F is, we're going to go ahead and move, I'm going to break my own rule here. We're going to go ahead and move these 2 perks down to F tier. If you disagree with me, give me a justifiable reason why you think those perks are good, and I will talk to you about it. Now, Commando. Commando is very good. Commando is very good. I don't think it's godly, but it's very good. Demo is pretty bad. We've been over this, so I don't think I need to explain rationale too much here. Firebug, I'm going to put in B tier, as much as that pains me. I do absolutely love Firebug. I understand there are a lot of bad Firebugs. I've played with a lot of bad Firebugs. That's why I'm not going to rank it any higher than average. I don't think that it's great. I don't think that it's terrible. But, I don't think that the standard Firebug is great or terrible. Let me clarify. There are people who are so good at a perk that they change your entire perception of that perk. I have played with only one person in my over 3 years of playing this game who has been so good at a perk they made me look at it differently. And that's why I keep rating Gunslinger so high. It was a gunslinger. Can't even remember his name, but I remember it was in a very long game where everyone else was dying but me and him, and he ended up with over 900 kills, and I had 500. So, Gunslinger, whoever you are, if you remember me, you're the reason why I'm going to keep consistently putting this up in S tier. I do think that Gunslinger's phenomenal. The movement speed is what makes it better than Sharpshooter, in my opinion. But I'm going to put Sharpshooter at the borderline. If your Sharpshooter is very, very good at their job, they can transcend, I should say, a lesser Gunslinger. They will be better for you than a lesser Gunslinger. But bad Sharpshooters are just very bad. Medic is absolutely essential. In Hell on Earth, you need a medic. If you are anything other than solo, you need a medic. And support I will put as B tier. We're gonna move these guys out of F tier. They're not that bad. They're just not very good. Survivalist. If you have a very good survivalist who kind of knows what he's doing, you can put him up in this B to A tier. I've never seen a very good survivalist. I'm sure they exist, like unicorns and Bigfoot, but I've just never seen them. So this is the actual flat tier list. I consider all these perks to be pretty much equal if they're on the same tier. If they're not, I consider these perks to be better than each other. So these 3 to 4 perks I think are the best in the game. If you disagree with me, tell me in the comments. I do think Commando is very, very good. I think it's a very, very good perk. Firebug and support fit in, and that would be my ideal team. My ideal team is a Berserker, a Medic, a Gunslinger, and a Sharpshooter, a Commando, a Firebug, and a support. That gives you... I'm just kidding, that's 7 people. I would not actually need a support if my Firebug is doing his job correctly. So, take this out, and then you have the ideal 6-man. In my opinion, that has not changed since the last tier list I made. I still think that comp works really well. So that's the video. Remember, if you like it, be sure to leave a like. If you don't like it, feel free to dislike. It tells me if I'm doing stuff right or if I'm doing stuff wrong. If you're new, please consider subscribing. Click that bell icon so you don't miss a video. And if you want, you can come back tomorrow, Saturday, for some Plants vs. Zombies. I play tower defense games on Saturday. It's just the thing I do. I love them. But that's all I've got for you today. Until we meet again, take care.